Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James Nelson Brink, and we are one. Today, we are doing another live stream, and it's something a little bit more special since we have, the Killswitch here, some controversy going on with the Killswitch, and whatever else is we have to chat about. So there's plenty to go around on all this. So let's go into the schedule for today a little bit. First up, I'm going to do, just... Well, thanks, hi for following, finally. We'll eventually, so we'll say hi, chat a little bit, see what everyone's thinking, and then we're going to go into some of the news, both Steam Deck and accessory-wise. I'm going to do another live stream soon that's also going to cover like hardware and gaming news, because there's a lot going on there with AMD CPUs. We could still talk about that too if we get to the when we get to the listener portion of it, where yes, questions, we'll record it, and then we'll answer questions later down the road. But yeah, it is going to be probably fairly packed today, because I'm also going to, we'll see. I might just put the screen protector on. I also said I was going to do the skins, but I forgot the hairdryer, and that might get a little annoying. But beyond that, we'll have some fun with the Killswitch in the deck. We'll play plenty with our deck today, so don't worry about that. Then, yeah, so we're going to go news, do some quills. Well, we'll do news, my items on the news. We'll also do some stuff that you guys want to cover, so make sure to at Games Revealed, at me, and with your questions. Then hopefully Wolf will be able to record them. I'll get them over into Discord. And then also, we're going to build a budget accessory kit that will be similar to the current Killswitch that you can't get now, which news for people. Yes, new hat. I'm going to be getting some more hats. I have fun with these, and so high-tech, low-life, guessing you heard about the news, right? Yeah, I did. I didn't read into it too well. If anyone has a good article, post it in Discord. That'd be awesome. Or shoot it to me, I guess. Try to shoot it to me in here. But yes, high-tech, low-life. I heard about it, not much, though. And I do like how you tested your deck. I was too much of a chicken. I was even like, I don't want to drop it right here. I'm afraid it's going to break because I don't trust any case. It's there for insurance, and I hope I don't have to use it. So good on you for testing it for everyone. I know. Also, the new merch. It's got to have zombies in it. It's got a wolf. It's got everything. It's lightly based on 7 Days to Die. I love this shirt so much. Let's see here. Okay, let's say hi to people. Then we'll get into some of the news. And then, yeah, if you have anything related to a budget build, then throw it into the Discord, into Sharing is Caring, and we will build our own little budget. I'm going to do a video on it sometime later, too, but we're going to do a budget build of the Killswitch kit, just without the premium price. Now, it's going to be budget, so it won't be as good, I don't think. I really like it, so. The issue only affects, so high-tech, low-life, the issue only affects people with Delta fans. Yeah. Actually, after hearing, I ran a game, Titanfall 2, which ran the deck pretty good, and I put my ear up to it, listened to it while I took the magnetic piece on and off. So the ball bearing fan inside of the deck, or most computers have fans that's ball bearing, and it's an electric motor, right? So a magnet is, yeah, it's going to interfere with it. So it's interesting that they didn't. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. So the magnets in this, right here, there's not, but they could have potentially put something in here that would have shielded it a little bit and still attached to it. But it sounds like they're just going to get rid of it altogether. Cyber, thanks, man. Yeah, so yeah, it's interesting that they went all out. They've had some bad PR anyways, though. They've promised a lot of different things. Yep. So D-Brand stated they're replacing magnets with mechanical mechanisms. Yep. That's what I heard. Well, weren't they supposed to have like attachments for like SD cards and some other stuff that could also get attached to right here? I think that's what the plan was to have. That's why they went the magnetic route. We'll see how they do it though, because I haven't seen a case do it and keep it slim, because this still fits in the Steam Deck case, carrying case. This does. Yeah, it's yeah. That's gonna be that's a very costly move on them. I do want to see more. I don't know. I'll have to see the video. I haven't seen the video yet on it affecting the Delta fan. It's weird that it would affect the Delta fan over the fan. Like, I have the regular fan. I don't have the Delta fan. It's weird that it would affect it in such a way with one over the other. It could be just one fan's more powerful than the other, so it doesn't the magnetic interference just doesn't affect it as much as what I'm kind of thinking on it. So, welcome LoJack. Welcome Platanium Spoons. Sorry, I had to take a second to read that. Did you see the message from D-Brand earlier? I do want to get into that deeper soon. Welcome Wolf. I already said welcome LoJack. Welcome Black Fiasco. What's up? What's up, man? Brian, bummed for the D-Brand. This happened to them. Retooling is big bucks, but I am really impressed how they are handling this. Mine arrives tomorrow, but probably won't use it and keep it as a memento. Yeah, so one of the reasons they kind of also charge so much, partially, like, they can make mistakes like this and recover typically, and it's also going to be a business write-off too. I'm assuming typically stuff like this can be written off in some ways. But it also can destroy a business too if you're not ready. I get 2 kill switches now. I'm not bummed at all. The Black Fiesta. Yeah, there you go, man. Keep one of those because it's gonna be a collectible. Lomki, yo, how's it going, man? Let's see. Vine Smash, how old are your kids? Got a game rec for youngins. Oh, I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. The 5-year-old loves playing Minecraft. Yes, and I got the new hat. Okay, and then John Swanson, welcome. Cyber, welcome. Reserved my Steam Deck mid-August and just got my email today. Well, congrats on that. Cyber, let's see. I can't read the chat very well. I need to readjust things. My Killswitch just shipped, but no date when it will get here. Yeah, it's weird. I know some are getting it much sooner and already got theirs. I ordered mine probably like an hour or two after the pre-orders went up because I forgot. Honestly, maybe not the pre-orders, but the orders went up. I don't know exactly when I ordered mine. A little after Wolf, though. I know that because we were playing a game. Okay. Let's dive into this. Hold up 1 second. Okay. So first up, we're gonna go over this email a little bit. Let's see, field trip time. Signed a robot. That's how electric motors work, Wolf. Okay, let's see here. Switching over to here. We're going to kind of do it this way. I don't know if I can full screen this or not. I've never done anything quite like this. There we go. So last night we tweeted that we were pulling the launch of the Project Killswitch for the general public. Maybe you've already ordered one and wondering what's up. Maybe you haven't ordered yet and are wondering why you can't. Yeah, and I did hear that people were getting it pulled last night. Let's expand this to be. That's actually good enough. Yeah, so I did hear about that, and I was going to comment on it. I was just drained from making a bunch of videos the past few days, so I was just like trying to survive. Magnets are Skinny Pete. Magnets are magic explained by science. By the way, hey everyone, welcome Skinny Pete. Over the past few months, we've sent production samples of Project Killswitch to various content creators and press outlets. Yeah, we know that they've been sending them out on and off. Their level of technical expertise ranges from casual to built their own Linux distro, which that wouldn't, I don't know, help you much in this case. This is more of a hardware kind of issue. Their feedback was quite positive. The most noteworthy criticisms were related to skin installations and kickstand being a bit tight to open up before it's worked in. Yeah, they obviously fixed that. This is really maybe a little too easy, and it just pops off. Honestly, I think getting rid of the magnetic stand is probably the best thing, as long as they don't destroy the ability to use it with the carrying case. Then we shipped a few units to editors at The Verge. Yesterday, they sent us an email. They asked if we were aware that the magnetic kickstand was slowing down the Steam Deck's fan. This was quite literally the first time we had heard about this. Concerned, we told, I'm curious what kind of R&D they did then. I thought they did a lot more R&D than this, because it would make sense that right behind the kickstand is the fan, actually. This is actually right where the fan is right there. And that magnet probably goes right over those ball bearing, the motor portion of the fan. It would make sense that a strong enough magnet would affect it. It should affect either version of it, depending on, I doubt they'd have, I don't even know what it would take to do for shielding, but I know you can shield against certain things. To kill the strength of the magnet just enough to where it wouldn't affect things. We don't need to read through this whole thing, by the way. I just want to get a glance of what's going on with it a little bit. Yeah, so after a bit of back and forth, one of the editors enabled the level 4 performance overlay in the UI. That's exactly what I was thinking about. I haven't tested it yet. I just wanted to I did a real world test of just putting it up to my head while it was running on and off. Not going to test any metrics. Desi, you would ask that, and welcome. It's been a while since you've been on the stream. Why shield? Just move it down and extend the holder with plastic to the same place. Well, they could have moved it down, honestly, but they're not going to. I don't think they want to deal with the magnets at all anymore, and they're just going to a built-in kickstand. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but if all they have to do is potentially, if they could put a metal piece behind this, it might damper it enough to, there might already be one there. I don't know. I haven't checked that portion of it to see, but that it could potentially do it, and they don't have to modify much more. If they move it down, they're going to have to kill the whole, I think it's going to cost more to do it that way, but honestly, I think they're safe by just handling the whole thing on its own, by just redoing the whole thing. It's going to be very costly, though. And then they shared the video of the fan increasing in speed with the kickstand attached. This contradiction was perplexing. We'll loop back a bit later to share what we suspect was happening. Now, as luck would have it, another Verge editor on the email chain had multiple Steam decks readily available. He tested on two. One of them had a fan problem, the other did not. What was the difference between these two units? The Steam Deck that was unaffected had a Hewing fan, and the Steam Deck that was affected had a Delta fan. We immediately cracked down on all the Steam Decks, cracked open our own Steam Decks. Sure enough, all of our fans were, yep. So, yeah, if you have a Delta fan, which, hi, if you're here, I'm sorry. Until you get that replaced, you might not want to use that. Word on the grapevine is that Valve no longer uses the whiny Delta fan in the production of Steam Deck, switching exclusively to the Hewing thing. This doesn't change the fact that there is an indeterminable number of Steam decks out there that are going to have the issue. Yeah. Honestly, it would be nice if Valve would just replace the fans. I know that'd be costly, but it'd be nice just to get it out of the way and just get it done with. And so, okay, this 11th hour curveball, it was prompted us to pull the public launch last night and suspend sales. We didn't want any more Killswitch orders to be placed until we had planned to place to overcome this challenge. And they did come up with one. They should have said something a little bit more besides it was canceled. I feel like their PR for the past, I mean, their PR has always been edgy. Like, that's just how they always are. But they really, I think, kind of killed some things with this. And then before we get into the next steps, it's important to note that the case itself does not interfere with either type of fan. Naturally, the travel cover, stick grips, tempered glass. I mean, obviously. Yeah, and the thing is, they didn't cancel like your orders. You're still going to get your orders. They're just going to anything that's newer, and they're going to come out in January with replacements. I know that. And they're going to replace everyone's that has one. They're going to send out replacements, which is interesting. It would be really interesting. Meaning, whoever has a Killswitch now with the magnet is going to have exclusive stuff. It's going to be a rare drop. Yeah, and then we're pivoting from a magnetic mount to a mechanical interlock system, which that sounds interesting. I'm curious how they'll do it for the kickstand and all future accessories. This will require mechanical interlock. So it's going to just click in. So go off to the side, just lock in, and then you can pull on and off. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't go that route anyways. I feel like that's a little bit better. Cyber, yes, free of charge. Once the retooling is complete, every single customer who purchased a magnetic Killswitch is getting a free replacement of both their case and kickstand. We expect to have these shipped out in January. These replacements will be fully compatible with the existing travel cover, skin, stick grips, and tempered glass. When you receive your replacement, you are under no obligation to ship back the magnetic version, so you're essentially, if you pre-ordered, you're getting two versions. So congratulations, you now got your money's worth. I think it's a hilarious people complaining about the money, and I get it. Don't buy it if it's too much. I do think for some people it's just not worth it. But at the same time, now I guess it is worth it, kind of, except for if you have a Delta fan, then it can potentially slow down your fan. When you receive your... Okay, now you might be wondering why we're replacing every single one rather than just affecting Delta fan owners. Email continues down. While this issue only seems to affect units with Delta fans, self-diagnosing which fan you possess isn't easy. It's pretty easy as long as you just play a game and hear the whine. Yeah, I don't think they want to deal with any more issues in the future. Yeah, I honestly think they're doing it. They just don't want to deal with it. They don't know what's going to come in the future. And so, yeah. Yep. Any self-diagnosis may lead to incorrect conclusions that you have. Yeah, exactly. As a result above, whether or not you have the good fan, we do not recommend using the magnetic stand. Instead, feel free to keep it on your fridge as a memento of our failure. At least they own up to their mistakes. To clarify once more, everything but the kickstand is safe to use. If you made a purchase since the private launch on Sunday, you have two options. Use everything but the kickstand until and essentially what they're saying is just like it still could affect no matter whatever version of deck you have. Jay Chosen asks, are Delta fans only decks from Q1 and Q2? I think they leak it a little bit into Q3 too, but yeah, mostly from those two. And they're split. Some people got them, some people didn't. Not every single one was in Q1, Q2. Meaning like not every deck that came out of there had the Delta. They had two different suppliers for fans. Let's see. use everything but the kickstand until our retool stock is available. Then receive a 100% free replacement of both the kickstand and the case. No need to return the magnetic version. Reply to this email to initiate a return and refund process. If you're among those who had reservations had yet to redeem it, don't worry. We didn't take your $3 and run. The purchase interface has now been re-enabled and features a series of pick your adventure disclaimers to unpack the current state of affairs. It also includes instructions on how to claim your $3 reservation discount. Click here to access the Killswitch. Okay, so it just goes through on how they're honestly, I think they're doing the best that they can to refund and to kind of fix this disaster. It's kind of sad that they just had a launch, or they were so close, or I guess they did the launch, and it got kind of screwed, got kind of borked. So yeah, let's go through some comments on that a little bit, and we'll do some answering and chatting. Nicholas Stewart, the magnet idea was stupid anyways. Lessons learned, don't buy anything from D-Brand, as they obviously don't test their products and had to find out after launch from someone else that they failed. To be fair, Nicholas, it works fine for the regular fans, and then with Delta, you'd have to be testing the I mean, don't get me wrong, they should have done more extensive testing, but they're also an accessory. I mean, it's an accessory company. They don't do hardcore stuff typically like this. The magnet, though, is interesting route to go, and I think ultimately they learned their lesson that, like, because they wanted to extend it to offer additional accessories that are easy, but honestly, they should have done the interlocking one anyways. As even with this, like I showed in my review, and I need to adjust my lighting in my camera. I think I messed something up on my camera because my lighting is off. Just putting it down too quick pops it off. That is my biggest complaint, actually, of this case, is that. But the JSOX one is not much different. If you just put it down too much, it'll just snap off. Like, honestly, this thing is pretty... I feel like it's going to break every time I use it. So, yeah, I don't think it was... I think they were a little bit too full of themselves with this one. And I think they could have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those pesky Verge. Was it the Verge? They actually did something. That's what I'm actually more surprised, I guess, is the Verge. There's a couple of outlets where I've kind of gotten tired of the editors, and the Verge is one of them. Desi, now the price would have been fair if you get two. Hey, price is all in the eye of the beholder. No, honestly, with what you get with this, I really like this case. It is very, very solid case, but you can watch my review. And we'll get to more questions towards the end on the Killswitch, or I guess maybe we could do it now too if we want to before we... So if you have any questions, just at me. Okay, just looking over our comments real quick. Or maybe I shouldn't. You guys actually need to at me. In airplane turbulence, Jay Chosen, how would the stand hold up in like turbulence? Not very well. Well, I'll show you. Let's do the overhead camera. I have to do a couple things to get that going real quick. You can see the bottom part of the shirt. Woo. Okay. Did the wrong thing. Okay. Oop. Just going to get this a little bit more blowed up. this out of the way a little bit. You can see how dusty everything is. So, wow, my camera does not want to focus today. Kind of does. Or games revealed. Mine just shipped. How did you get yours so fast? I thought early orders went up on the 25th. Maybe I am confused. D-Brand sent me. They contacted me. I've contacted them on and off before, just to see about some other stuff, or maybe actually about the case. I can't remember. And let me just finish. Getting this kind of just hold up. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Nicholas, they claim that they tested it and they only had the regular. I'm sure none of them wanted the Delta, and when they got a Delta, they swapped it out for something else. So it's not like it was obviously an issue. They didn't test it properly, but I mean, they thought they had their bases covered. And it is actually kind of weird that the Delta fan would work so differently. It could be that the ball bearings, the magnetic side, or parts of it are flipped between the two. There's a couple of things that it could be. Obviously, like it's a little bit of a more complex thing, and when you get into testing, it just kind of sucks. Let's see here. I think this needs to be above everything. There we go. Yeah, so I was able to get it, and yeah, it was embargoed, so I couldn't do anything until yesterday at 6. That's why you saw everyone's video go up at 6. But yeah, let's go into some of this. We'll do some more news later. So if you have any questions, I'll answer them here at this portion before we get more into news. Let's cover it. I mean, this is like the main thing, so let's cover it before everyone else yeah. So if we slap it on right like that and then put it down, it works fine, right? Now, if you put it down a little too hard, it comes off. So while it being like I can game, let's take this off. And this is another thing. The two gripes for this so far has been this, the magnetic stand, and also taking off the front case. That being said, it's held on with these rubber grips, notches, or whatever these are, protrusions, which is nice. Honestly, it's very secure. Like, this thing is not popping off, which I do like. I think they could have designed it a little bit differently so they didn't have to. But it is nice that it's so secure. It's just kind of annoying to take off, which is, honestly, I'd rather have it be that than something else. Now, so if you're going to play it like this, that's nice. It's fine. You can set it down. It's just when I put it down once, it was like I put it down and then just put a little too much effort on pressure onto it, and so it popped up right like that. So rubber nubbins, yes, rubber nubbins. It should have came with RBG. Okay, Skinny Pete, just in case you didn't see, not sure if I'm tagging correctly, but those who got the magnetic one have a collector's item now. Yes, they do. They have a collector's item. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Bisexual Blurred, the wait was too long for just a case. Honestly, yes. They opened themselves up to a lot of market to be taking, and I think they did. I think they honestly really did lose a lot of market because of it. But that's on them, and I don't really, honestly, yeah. It's not like it's I wouldn't say it's a must-have. Like you don't have to have anything for it. And if I do any videos where I say you must have, it's a little bait of a, it's not a bait and switch. It's just I think you should get one, but it's not a must-have. And I don't think you're doing wrong by getting something like that. Yeah, Cyber, like, honestly, the interlocking would have been better in the first place. Revealed having a magnet instead of a regular stand feels more fun. I don't know, but maybe that is just my man-child mind freaking out about playing with magnets. Oh, agreed. The thing is, I'll sit here and play with this all day. Wear my deck out. Yeah, I'm someone who just... I fidget so much, so this is nice. But the problem is that it's ultimately, for a stand, it's not the most practical stand I've used. It's sad when the JSOX one is more sturdy than this one. The cool thing about this case, though, in most cases, it sounds like the JSOX... I'm getting docks, though. I think they're going to send me one, but I also ordered some from just from Amazon, some JSOX docks to test out. But I know that High Tech Low Life, I think High Tech Low Life tweeted out that they do work, and I think they work with all the JSOX stand docks, by the way. Just as a note on that. So I know High Tech said it works with the dock, but I believe NerdNest said it doesn't. Can you test that out on stream? Oh, only the JSOX ones. I don't have the JSOX stands, though. Oh, does it work with this one? I highly doubt it because this is very specific. Does this make... It does. See? It doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't work, but it does make it obsolete. We have to do a recall on that now. As far as any other stands I have, I've already tested them. Honestly, they don't work. I could... Let me find my box. Now, I can confirm it works with this, so we can do this. See, it fits in there. Did I keep it with the magnet on? Okay, good. Fits in there. It's a little snug, but it's not there. Even with the thumb grips, it still fits. But you can... With those thumbsticks, you can hear it clicking down. So I wouldn't recommend with the thumb grips on the sticks. But yeah, it fits in there. Is it perfect? No, but I also wouldn't use the protective carrying case. I just use the protective case and throw it in my stuff. Here's another stand I have right here. I heard that there is a stand that works with it, and I heard that the docks work with it. So, see, it almost works. It almost works. It's partially those nubbins that get in the way. So it kind of works. I guess okay, maybe it does. I guess it does work. But barely. It's not something I would be satisfied with, honestly. How does it fit with the Tomtock case? Dylan Cherry said. Dylan. I can read stuff. I do gotta say the Switch controllers work really well on the deck, and I'm gonna be playing some Castle Crashers with them, with my kids. Well, the other one would just... Let's get this a little higher up. Okay, so this is the Tomtock case. Throw it in there. It's obviously a little bit more snug. And this isn't even with the front part on. It still fits fine. I have a bunch of crap in here too, if you didn't notice, though. So it's gonna, gonna add a little bit more. But if I was running this, unless I was going on a trip, I wouldn't take this portion of it. This is for when I'm going to take my... so for my day trips, I probably wouldn't take this. But for my overnight trips and stuff, I take my backpack. I take this and just throw it in my backpack. As far as... And I'm sure that almost nothing's going to change except for this part is going to be an interlocking portion, right? So, like, putting it back on, it is a little bit of an ordeal. Am I doing this right? No, I'm doing it right. It is a little bit of an ordeal, but it snaps on. Then, if we throw it in there, we'll throw it in either way. It's still going to fit. See? So, still fits. Heck, you could even put the stand. Where did I put the stand? Yeah. You can even put the stand in there on this case if you wanted and still fit. That's kind of how the TomTot case works, though. It just kind of works. That's why I like it a lot. Honestly, I'm going to be trying out another day bag or two for the channel. So I'll be doing some more accessory reviews and stuff for gaming on the go. Crazy Small, welcome. Sean, peace up, guys. I literally just read this. Okay, games review. Cyber. I bet if you have any problems and you mention it to them, they might fix it in the next go-around. Agreed. But most of my problems, honestly, are, well, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to change anything else except for this portion. And the reason I say that is because that's the only portion that is ultimately a no-go for them. That's going to cause potentially open up a lawsuit, and Nintendo could learn something from dbrand, because honestly, Nintendo's still dealing with their Switch controllers that suck horribly. They still, like, I don't think they're purposely designed to be replaced. They're $80 controllers, and I swear they designed them so that they can maximize their profit. And it's getting to a point with Nintendo where I'm like, I don't want to buy your stuff, because I just feel like it's just money. I wouldn't say a money laundering scheme, but it's almost like that. You just give them your money and they just disappears and you barely get something for it. It's not true. I mean, Mario games, like, their games are actually really good, but some of their accessories and stuff. But yeah, besides that, like I said, like, everything else works pretty good. I love the protection this offers. And the way that this is indented is going to help just a little bit, or not, just has these divots. I think also helps with some of the protection. And honestly, I don't, the nubbins maybe, but honestly, with the way this works, it is what it is. Like, it's easy to get to for this type of thing. It's easy to get to the buttons. It's easy to get to the SD card. You still have to do it. You have to get in there a little bit more to get there, but it's really not that hard. So, let's see here. I'm sure as you use it, the cover will wear the nubbins enough to keep it secure and easier as a remove over time. They could. Let's see. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, Aura. Like, the magnetic part is fun. And like I mentioned earlier, I did like it. But if it's interlocking where it would lock in, or you put it in, lock it into place, and it's just like that, it's gonna work the same way, and almost it's gonna be better. It's just gonna be better. Or they need to do a stronger magnet, and it's probably gonna be cheaper actually in the long run for them. Not for replacing everything, and this disaster probably won't be cheaper for them, but like technically building them would be cheaper without the magnet. I just don't see why they'd want to retool it at this point. It works great. Desi, well, Nintendo has to replace the Joy-Con for free in the USA if they have drift, if I'm not wrong. I can't remember if it's for every version of the Joy-Con. I think it's only for the first few years, like that version of it, I think. I could be wrong. Skinny Pete, I like how the SD card is more recessed. Yeah, honestly, it makes it a little bit better. if they would have gone the extra step and had a piece that popped in and out to protect it, that would have been like icing on the cake. If they would have had a little piece to help protect it so it'd pop in and out, I would have loved that. Because if I'm going to go with a case, might as well protect as much as it can. Another interesting thing is this cover, it will cover everything except for the charging port, so you can still charge. Now, that being said, that could be a design flaw. Because if you're charging while it's all covered, it can still, like, if you're charging pretty good, it can still, like, pretty fast and like a fast charge, it could still turn, I think it can still heat up the deck a little bit. I don't know if it would matter or not, just as a note. But as I was also thinking, having the fan guard like this, the part covered, when I throw it in my bags, I don't have to worry about just extra little pieces that sometimes get into my bag falling into that vent piece right there. And this is guarded enough. I'm not too worried about most of my stuff falling into this. I would be more worried about the, well, they have the same guard. But it is nice that that's the case. This isn't as protected, and so, I don't know. In the end, maybe they didn't need the top piece. It just seemed like it was nice, but now that I'm talking about it, I don't like it. But I'm also just overanalyzing it at this point. Let's see here. I still can't wait to get mine cyber. Yeah, no, honestly, it's good. And I might actually still use the magnetic stand. And if it breaks my fan, I'll just replace the fan. It'll be just another good video. Yes, Wolf, just like Wolf said, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar, but mostly just like. Honestly, it helps support the channel. If you also, if you haven't, I shouldn't say it that way. If you want some merch, that's cool, like this right here. I really like this. I hope you do too. If you're looking for it, 20% off pretty much anything in the store right now with the code new merch down below. So it's up to you. I'll have some good hats in there. I do want to rework this hat and make something similar to it or just like it and put it on the store. The problem is the under part is really cool too, and I don't know how to source that. John, my deck comes tomorrow. What's the best guide for setting up dual boot with Windows? Ooh. Setting up dual boot with Windows. The best guide is to do it on your SD card probably. Dual boot kind of sucks. It's not that bad. It's just I found that I was using SteamOS like 95% of the time. It wasn't worth it to have Windows on. But if you're going to do a lot of like easy anti-cheat kind of gaming, those types of games, then I don't know. No. You can dual boot. It's not worth the hassle to dual boot, in my opinion. Even with Skinny Pete, even with the cover, the vent covered, there might be a small air gap allowing it to still breathe, albeit like a straw. True. Definitely don't run it while you're charging it with the case on. It can still breathe. It's just outputting was going to strain the fan a little bit more. Will a 90-degree USB-C adapter fit into place? That's a good question. Let me get one. This is one of my giveaways. So whoever's going to be getting this, I apologize. I'm opening it up again. This is the case that I got, the charging case. And it does. This one does at least. So, and this one's, I think, pretty similar to a lot. So it usually has this little nub. And it works. So there's that. It should work with the JSOCs just fine. Skinny Pete, I'm actually going to dual boot when my 1 terabyte SSD comes. Yes, do it. I would do a guide on it. It would be, but you can watch me do my live stream and you can see what I did. maybe follow. I don't do every step on screen, and you can see how frustrated I was at the end because it was almost midnight. I streamed for like almost 4 hours, and I was so like it was done. I was just like exhausted after that though, because live streaming is really exhausting when you have another 2 jobs. I have a family, which is 1 job, and then I have a job, which is another, and then I have this one. So I have like 3 jobs right now, and so it's a little exhausting. But I love doing these live streams. Bisexual Blurred. Valve needs to full release Steam OS 3 to make the process easier. I 100% agree. I think it's really annoying that they have not released it yet. And speaking of, I still need to... Anyone that's still invested in the Ioneo Air, getting SteamOS on the Ioneo Air, I am still going to be doing that. The Killswitch kind of like took me off course, and yeah. The Skinny Pete, that might be subject to the various shapes of 90-degree ones, just a hot take. It is potentially going to. I know a lot of them, they leave enough room, but yeah, it could be subjective. Laura, sup, dude? Loving the channel. Thanks, man. RX, Rambling Rose. My Steam Deck is on the way. Congrats, man. Wolf at Brink from Cyber. Oh, from Cyber at Games. A quick question. How does the bumpers feel? Does your fingers hit the case when playing? One case feels like it gets in the way. The bumpers. These things? If you're talking about this, they don't get in the way. As far as anything else, nothing else impedes me doing anything on this. This doesn't impede me. The bottom portion doesn't. In fact, it adds a little bit extra rubber support there. Platinum Spoons just subscribed. Thank you for the sub. The bumper feel might be referring to the raised lip on the case, as the bumpers and the triggers are now technically recessed. So this part right here. It is, if you hold it right, you won't know. You won't almost notice a difference. This, you might rub against this portion. Down here, if you rest it differently, it just almost adds another place to rest your fingers while you're not on the triggers. But honestly, it's not going to bother me too much. But this top part definitely does get in the way a little bit. I think that's where they didn't even do anything like that on the JSOCs. They actually went more lower profile with the JSOCs one. So, yeah. The bumper feel might be okay, yeah, I already read that. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so let's move on to some more news real quick. We can get back to the Killswitch unless there's anything else you want to ask right now. But honestly, like, I am gonna release a short of me like doing the unboxing, and we'll see when I get the other Killswitch. I'll probably still open it just to compare, but it'd be more like, it should come about like this, where it doesn't have anything. I just open it up, see how it is, make sure everything's there, and then ship it out to people. Now, this is the kit that they sent me. I'm assuming it's going to be fairly similar. They did give me 2 skins, the glossy and and the matte, like we talked about. I still haven't put that on, and honestly, I was going to do it today. I'm not going to now. Maybe save it for another time or whatnot. I need to get a hairdryer. You can use heat gun, but a hairdryer works just fine. It's just going to be really annoying to do it on live. But we can always put and then, yeah, these are the cases. They sent me both. but typically you'd only get one, I think. I don't know. A lot of things in their PR was a little confusing, so yeah. They also sent me 2 screen protectors, which I thought was weird. I think they're the same thing. Yeah, they are. That was the weird part. I was like, so I have 4 screen protectors, so maybe I'll do a giveaway of the screen protectors later down the road because I do think they're the best. They are compatible with the 512 gigabyte version, which is this right here. But we're gonna do the whole apply the screen to this later. Cyber, I'm gonna have to buy a hairdryer. LMFIO. Yeah, that's true. I heard that the mat feels nicer, less grippy. Well, do you want it to feel less grippy? Yeah. Actually, it does feel kind of nice. It's kind of soft. I like that. I agree. I wasn't sure if I was going to agree at first. Yeah, it's yeah. Skinny Pete, Cyber, I just used my girlfriend's hairdryer. Yeah, I have a couple of hairdryers around the house. Sean, the thumb grips are Portal thumb grips that come with the case for free. Technically. When I was buying mine, I don't know if I had the choice or not, but I swear I had a choice between black and these. And I bought these, but I don't think I had the choice between the two. Maybe we're going to get both, and it was just bad marketing. Because I know they said that they're supposed to be giving them for free. So we'll see if people are getting it and not getting their the Portal ones. They're going to have to. Their PR is kind of on fire right now. They're really going to have to, I think, do a lot to make up for everything, and I think they kind of are. John donated $19.99 to buy a cheap hairdryer for a giveaway. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's hilarious. I'll do it. I'm gonna have to wait 2 months before I get that money from YouTube, but I'll do it. No, I have money to do it now. I love that, John. Hey, Wolf, we should note that. I think that's hilarious. Make it a part of the cheap kit too. So the budget kit that we're gonna, so like I said, I'm gonna work on a budget video soon. That's gonna include pretty much everything here, except for at a discounted price, and see what we can save. Yes, once again, thanks for the super chat, John. Always enjoy those. Because I like seeing. Honestly, it's supposed to be a zombie hand sticking up. I need to go fix that, but I like seeing the little dinosaur too. Cyber, I'm single and live alone. Well, John, you might just be able to win the hairdryer giveaway. That would actually be a really fun. It's the skin applicator. That's what we'll call it. I'll do a giveaway of skin applicators, and then we can do a giveaway of skin removers, and then we can do a giveaway of skin moisturizers because it puts it on. You put it on its. I don't even remember how that goes from Hannibal Lecter or whatever the name of that movie is. The lotion on its skin, or it gets the hosing in. There we go. Yes. Well, the girl's in the pit. I think it's a girl. Desi, I have 2 hairdryers, but only for 3D. I was going to say, Desi, what would you do with a hairdryer? The thumb grips are Portal thumb grips that come with it. Okay, yeah, we read that. What thumb grips are you using on your analog sticks, please? Oh yeah, these are the like Sean said, these are the Portal versions of the thumb grips from D brand. Now, they do get a little snarky about it and say, well, because it was so slippery and all this other stuff. I find them about as slippery. They have a little bit more texture than what comes on the Steam Deck. So I don't know if it matters to me. Maybe my hands are just extra oily. I don't know. And by the way, the capacitor, what is it called? Essentially, it does have a pass-through. So like when you tap it, the gyroscope does activate. So the gyroscope will activate. Oh my gosh, Skinny Pete, that's hilarious. Date a girl. Yep, you gotta get on Tinder. Gotta get yourself a date, and then steal the hairdryer. Or honestly, just go to a hotel room and just borrow it. I think most hotel rooms have one. Just like book a night at the hotel and be like, yeah, I need a room for applying my skin. You know, nothing that stalker or killer vibes going on. Just tell them that, yeah, I need a room. It's for my skin. I need to use the hairdryer. I dare you to do that. And then there you go. You have a nice little vacation at your hotel room. You can go in, apply the skin to your deck with the hairdryer, and all while just have freaking the people always wondering what you're doing in your room and if you're going to murder anyone. Hey, it's a vacation. It's a vacation with your Steam Deck, the only mistress you need in your life, and it comes with a bunch of shower. You can get your money's worth. It has coffee in there, albeit stale coffee that I end up drinking. It has, because I'm lazy, and then it has other niceties. So there you go. A LoJack, a vacation murder mystery. Yep. Yep. David McCown, have the thumb grips come off while playing? I have not had issues with it yet. They do pop off fairly easy if you're really trying, but I have not had any issues with them popping off. You can buy some pretty cheap ones on Amazon. I'd have to compare them, and that's going to be part of our budget build today too. Cyber, I'm going to invest in a nice hair dryer and open a new Steam Deck skin application. There you go. Coming up with business ideas. Love it. Lomkey, yes, Steam Deck, a big mistress when the Steam sales come along. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's one of those awkward ones where I'm like, hey, wife, sorry, Steam sales are happening again. Don't have any time to spend with you or the family tonight. I have to spend it buying games and playing them. David, yeah, my Amazon ones keep coming up. That's the thing, though, with dbrand. As much as you want to like or dislike them, or whatever it is, they did do testing on all this. Now, some might say they didn't do enough. I agree, but this type of oversight is really, honestly, I feel like more on the Delta fans than anything. Let's get back to being angry at the Delta fans. Don't get me wrong. I think dbrand deserves some anger, but they're honestly, anyone that's bought it and is getting their kill switch is going to be getting 2 kill switches. So they're really making it nice for the people that bought it already. And but honestly, I guarantee you now that whoever bought the kill switch and is getting the second one, if you just keep the first one and not open it, you might be able to sell it for the same amount, if not more now. So you might actually be able to make money off this. So in the end, we're going to turn into investments revealed instead of games revealed. This is how you're going to invest in your life and save money. Let's see here. I do like the murder mystery, the vacation murder mystery. Oh, you're gonna get the room service and everyone else there to just call the cops on you. Dude, Epic Games, it's a hit or miss on what's gonna work through that. Far Cry 6, I have not got it to work yet, James. Cyber legit. Honestly, what you could probably do is buy a bunch of skins and then offer an extra $10 application fee. But that's the thing. You'd have to get it to that. You'd have to have the deck shipped to you. I wouldn't ship my deck for that. I do hate putting skins on, though. I will be honest. It's one of the reasons I haven't done it yet for this. And I kind of figured they'd have a specialty skin for it. Because, like, what am I do? Put skin on this again? Because I'm going to probably keep a case on this for a good long while. A big part of that is because I use it so much. I want to make sure it's protected. I just don't, until I only have one extra backup. So, and it would kind of suck to do Steam Deck news and all this stuff that I do and not have a Steam Deck again, because I did that for 2 months almost in the beginning. Yeah, I'm Skinny Pete. Yeah, I agree with you on that being an honest mistake. Games for the cheap ones don't have capacity touch support. Most use it for activating gyro controls. Desi, from my understanding, actually a lot of them do. I'd have to look at it again though, and maybe it's the newer ones that do. So I've seen that they do. Cyber, I hate putting on screen protectors, but honestly, the screen protectors are easy. I used to hate it too, but with the deck, it's really easy. The problem is this version of the screen doesn't have as much of a lip right here. The 64, the screens with the 64 and 256 gigabyte regular screens, they are depressed in more. So when you get the screen protector on there, it really is just like, it's not going to move around or anything like that. And so there's not as many edges to pop it up and rip it off. With this, once you apply it, there's still a little bit more of a chance to snag it and rip it off. Potentially. I don't know with the D-brand ones, though. But with other ones, yes. The skins are way worse. Yes, Brandon, the original Killswitch will be the collector's item. Yeah. Need for True Blue Magic Dude. Need for Speed Heat is surprisingly dirt cheap right now. It's going for Tree Fitty. And that's when I realized True Blue Magic Dude was the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, John, you're so generous. Thanks for another $5. Is that my tip for giving out hair dryers now? I will do the hair dryer giveaway, by the way. Just don't be offended if I don't buy it and show it on screen, and then maybe just buy it and ship it directly to whoever wins. So I like doing giveaways though, so I'm not going to stop doing giveaways. I try to be careful with the giveaways, as I don't want to attract people that are here just for free stuff. I think that's kind of kills the community, and I don't want to do that either. Yes, Wolf, it is a South Park reference. Offer local service. They come to you. That's how I did the computer and games repair. Yes, Skinny Pete. Yeah, I did repair service for a while, but it kind of, like with the Steam Deck, I don't think there's enough of them out there to actually warrant it, unless you're like in a really condensed huge city that would potentially have a lot. So, Has anyone got the Warframe or Halo Infinite multiplayer working, both free and rested, playable, but will not be launch? I don't know if Halo Infinite multiplayer works yet, but I do know that the single player works. But I do think they're supposed to be, yeah, like Skinny Pete. I think they're supposed to be working on the multiplayer though. Cyber, I wasted a $12 screen protector on my 512 gigabyte. Had dust under, so threw away and did again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. I wonder what will be Epic Games' next move to deal with the Steam Deck and Valve Lumkey. We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, I have no clue what they're going to do, because they could easily... There's so much that they could do. They could go and take Steam OS and just make it their own if they really wanted. It's from, I think, or at least a portion of it. I think Proton is open source, and a couple other pieces are open source enough to where they could do it if they wanted. They're just trying to ignore that it's going to be a thing. Honestly, I portable PC gaming's here to stay. John, it was more of a joke, of course. Use the money, however. No, I actually really like the idea, though. I really like the idea of doing a hair dryer giveaway, and I'm going to make sure that the giveaway on the website indicates that, like, hey, if you need something to apply your skin with, it's a giveaway. I really like that. I think it's hilarious too. Skinny P could offer other skins, laptops, phones, etc. as well. True. Whoever mentioned Need for Speed Heat is on sale. Thank you so much. I'm rebuying it as I can't get it to on order. That is the name of the game with this, and I hate it. I'm hoping so. In theory, I've talked about this before. We should be able to get installed. Like, I swear we should be able to ping Steam and get the install scripts and stuff for these games and do it through like a Steam wrapped service. But it would take a lot. I don't know how much it would take to do that. But I'll be honest. I have been guilty of rebuying games on Steam to just not have to deal with them on the other services. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of them. I also bought it during the sale, though, so I just didn't want to deal with it on the Epic game launcher stuff. Skinny P, whoever mentioned, let's see. Guess I wasted $350. Cyber, I can't get past the play button on Halo and downloaded every Proton, but nothing works to even get in the game. Really? I think it's supposed to just work. James Iron, Hayden, they do make shrink wrap heat guns that get hot fast. They do, but blow dryer is more practical. I don't think I'd want to use a heat gun to blow dry my hair, and it's something that should be in most households, potentially. I'm interested to see if they can implement a streaming service like HBO Max, Netflix, etc. into the deck. I know you can watch it on the desktop mode, but it would be cool to have an app. Oh, so do you want to be able to use apps like HBO Max, Netflix, and all that stuff on your deck? I'm in the middle of doing a special project on that. All it is that you're going to have to either install an app that I'm working on or do the special Chrome kiosk. I have some guides that work. That's what I do. I do it as a kiosk, so it brings up the web browser without any extra pieces to it, and show a portion of my website. You'd point it to a portion of a website that would just have the services that you could click into, and you'd just be able to use it as a selector. It'd be really easy. And there's other ways to do it. Well, honestly, that's the easiest way to do it. Skinny Pete, yeah, Infinite just works. MCC, I did have to delete the EAC folder in the local game files. Interesting. Well, I mean, that's a big detail. I mean, it doesn't just work if you have to go and delete a file. Foz Aiden. Hey, what's up? I just got my Steam Deck today. Any tips? I have a couple of videos for you if you for any tips. But the first tip is to go apply. No, actually, that was my first tip. Even though I didn't really mean it to be my first tip, I kind of did it. So when I did my 10 things you should do first with your Steam Deck video, the reason I put the screen protector as first is I always do my videos not in order typically, unless it's like a top games video. I did it the screen protector because I was like, okay, we'll do the outside of the deck first, then we'll go into game mode, and then we'll go into desktop mode. That's how I did my order. I didn't really think about it beyond that, and I think people, took that a little too serious. I think screen protector is important, but honestly, the first thing you should do is play. And Wolf posted the YouTube videos that I have. I have two different ones that are really good tips for you, but I also have Aperture Desk Job. That's the first game you should buy. It's free. Nah, the first game you should buy, it's free. The first game you should play because it is free and it's built for the Steam Deck. Well, screen protector first. Make sure you don't have to clean the screen of fingerprints. I mean, just follow the instructions on your screen protector and it'll tell you to do that. But you know what? You could also leave the fingerprints there and check to see if anyone else has been using your deck. There you go. Games Revealed, just to clarify, I was saying Halo Infinite just worked. Halo Master Chief Collection, oh, okay, I see. Required the folder delete Skinny Pete. I swear I got Halo Infinite. I'd have to try again. Not Halo Infinite, but the Master Chief Collection. I swear I got that working with no problem. I didn't play it online, though. I don't play stuff like that online as much now. I bought the Evoler brand screen protector ×2 for $20 on Amazon. Comes with a rack that centers it perfectly. Nice. Okay. Let's get ready to rumble. Huh. Microsoft keeps changing things. Who knows what broke? That's true. Desi, no, you don't have to. As you never touch the screen if you apply the protector before turning it on using it. Yeah, that's never going to happen. I remember opening it. I touched the screen. So, okay, guys. It is that time. I hate to do it to you. Hopefully, I am curious. I am going to ask this in chat here. Don't get too offended, but I'm going to... This is so I can do more giveaways, some more skin applicators. I am going to run an ad. We're going to go over some Steam Deck news, and then we're going to apply the screen protector and chat some more. I tried to make this more podcast style, and then I just like chatting with you guys too much. So you need to stop being so engaging in the chat because it's too fun. Okay. Son of a bitch. I do not know how to launch it inside of this program. Hold on. I apologize. But I am going to launch and give you guys an ad. I apologize. Some of you guys obviously aren't going to. But ad time. And while that's happening, I forgot what I was going to do already. Let's see. Okay, everyone be good for just 5 seconds. Jared, is the Killswitch case hard to put on and take off? I'm just thinking about using my JSOX dock at times with my Steam. From my understanding, the JSOX dock works with it. That's what I've heard. Is it easy to take on and off? I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's definitely, like, it's not too bad. But if you are planning to use a dock often... I don't know. It might be annoying. It just all depends on how you go about it. Now, if you plan on maybe only wanting this when you take it on the go, yeah, maybe. Low key. Now, the JSOX one, that's probably the one you're going to want, as it is easy to take on and off. That being said, I could see this thing wearing, it's already kind of one of those things that, like, if you pick it up like this, which I'm not saying you should, but you could pick up your deck like this, and it could still pop off. So I wouldn't say it's the best thing to have. And Lone Key, thank you for the money and for asking what an ad is. I gotcha. Skinny P, Lone Key, I know, right? I love YouTube Red. Well... It's isn't it YouTube Premium now? It used to be Red. Then they just a whole PR master whatever thing again. Oh my gosh, Desi. Yeah. I think you spend probably more time getting around spending money than if you would have just spent it working. You probably would have say like actually earned more money. It's not to call you out, Desi. It's just a note. It's a note on that. Well, I still call it YouTube Red because that's how long I've been subscribed. Yeah, I got it from day one, honestly. I don't like ads either, but I like supporting creators and stuff like that before I even did that. It's not even because I do this. I like supporting creators. I think the content that they were doing at times was good enough. And honestly, I don't like ads. But so if I can pay to not have ads, I will do that. If I have ads, it is what it is. Like if Netflix does their subscription service and forces ads on everyone, I might not watch them as much. But like the Cyberpunk Edge Runners show that just came out is really good. I do recommend that. I really like it. Yeah, I don't even know if it's going to work in Russia anymore, Desi. Oh, yeah, you're going to get flagged. Skinny Pete, oh, don't get me wrong. I support creators too, but I feel if I'm paying for access, I should be void of ads. But if I'm not paying cash, I'm paying in ads. Yeah, honestly, it's between the two. Nothing in this world's for free. And I'm going to give you, anyone that thinks otherwise, the best advice to them. Anything that you consume on the internet almost is not free. Someone's paying for something, whether it's bandwidth, hosting the service, whatever. And in the end, if they get your data and sell it, you're the product, right? So I think it's best to think about it that way. And honestly, would you want to go to would you want to work at a gas station, work at a job? I know this is going to drop viewers, but would you want to go work somewhere and not get paid? So I'm just going to put that a little note out there. But I do like that we can control with the YouTube premium stuff. Okay, I will shut up about that stuff. Well, I remember what I was going to do. I was going to do, let me see. I need to sign in real quick. I'm going to do a quick poll real quick. I'm just doing a poll real quick, so give me 1 second. These options are going to be kind of weird, but I'm going to throw out this poll real quick. The reason I'm asking this, don't run away. I'm not going to talk about this. Like if anyone's watching and they're on the fence, we're going to get back into Steam Deck stuff really quick. I just want, while I'm talking about stuff, I'm curious if people would, because I'm just gauging stuff. I've been wanting to develop a membership and be more or less like a newsletter, a bunch of other things that I'd make it worth your time, but I want to just know if people are even curious if they got enough out of it, if it would be worth it. I really do think people would enjoy it. Yeah. So, and I'll have more of that like in my website. We'll do updates down the road. This is more or less, I just want to see kind of thing. Okay, let's go into actually the field trip portion of what we're actually doing. Give me 1 second as we, the Killswitch stuff kind of threw off how I want to kind of do this stuff. Did I do this wrong? I might have done this wrong. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I did this wrong. Wait. Give me 1 second. Is this it? I think this is it. Okay, cool. So let's go into a little bit of the news. So this is an interesting one. They've been doing a lot of just fine tuning over the past few months. That's why I haven't actually been covering the news, even though I do think like a lot of creators say biggest news ever, whatever. I do think a lot of the news is actually pretty big. I just don't think it's big enough to cover every time. And so I like to cover it more in these streams where we can talk about it or whatnot. But the biggest update that I've seen, honestly, is this on-screen keyboard where they fixed an issue with that. But this virtual menu, which I want to do a video on. And I know that, there's a couple of creators that have done some videos on this that were actually really good, and I'd recommend watching theirs. Nerd Nest is one of them. I think he did a really good video, and you should watch it on setting up a virtual menu. And that is essentially like, so if you have, let's say, an RTS game and you want to set up additional menus on this, on the deck using the touchpad, you can use it so where if you go up and click down, you can maybe control, like, say, hey, attack here or whatnot. You can do it on both sides. So you can add these virtual menus, easily mapped commands for complex games that require a lot of like keyboards and all that shortcuts. It would take a lot of getting used to it, but honestly, I do think it would. It's really cool. That being said, I'm a little adverse to doing a lot of extra work as I don't have a lot of time right now. I do want to do a video on this, but my video list is so backed up. I have to prune some of these out. I have right now 36 planned videos, 23 that I'm kind of been researching for the past few weeks, and 70 videos in my backlog. Now, not all those are good. I record ideas and stuff like that. And so I'm going to be getting a ranking system on the website so that I know what's going to be interesting for people. So I guess just take that. I want to hear what people really want from me, and I want to make stuff that people want to consume. Yes, this virtual menu one is a big deal. Yeah, and then fix some cases where the cloud sync would be attempted while offline, which I think was causing some issues with the offline support. And then, let's see here. They also are adding a lot more resolutions. Let's see. Fix the case where changing resolution could cause a crash. I've had that. Fix the case where the resolution selection dropdown would disappear. I've had all those resolution issues. I'm glad that they're doing it, but it applies to preview channel only, meaning they're doing a lot. It must be a major piece that's just they want to wait on before it goes to beta. But they've been doing a lot of resolution fixing and testing and scaling and stuff like that over the past few weeks to months. That's the big kicker with the docs. That's why we don't have our official doc yet, is because is one of them. They said supply issues, but I also don't think the deck is ready for docking. Like, dock mode is not perfect. I do think they need to still fix some of that stuff. So we'll have to wait and see. And with that also comes, the other news, which, gotta love those ads. There was an interview with the Steam Deck peeps. Lawrence Yang, man, he is everywhere. Let's see here. I just want to, let's see. Yes. There's been a lot of discussion about delays for the Steam Deck docking station, and people have been eagerly anticipating it. Valve has said that it has been a problem with parts and that kind of thing. I'm just wondering what kind of challenges have you run into in developing the dock? Lawrence Yang, a lot of the same supply chain issues that we ran into with the Steam Deck. The deck is actually in a much better spot now. We're able to produce them at a much faster clip. That's obvious. The dock is being manufactured at a different place. It has different components and it has its own supply issues. That makes sense. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. That we've had to deal with. We're overwhelming them. So we are going to hopefully announce something soon. So yeah, it definitely sounds like those issues are being resolved, but the software wasn't there either. And so I really hope that they get the software there. There's a lot of stuff we wanted to do to make sure that it works with as many peripherals. I suck at saying things, so just I will say accessories as possible. What's great is any work that we do for the Steam Deck dock works on every dock, so every USB dock is benefiting from all the work. And that's another rumor that I've heard people talk about, that they want to do their own thing. It's going to work best on the Steam Deck dock. It's most likely not. If your dock sucks and has like major issues in just its development and production, then yeah. But if it's produced properly, it's not going to be any different than if you get the JSOCs as opposed to the Steam Deck Dock one. The biggest difference is that you can guarantee that it's going to be branded Steam Deck, Valve, Steam Deck. And so that might be worth getting the deck or the dock from the deck, dock, whatever. But it might be worth it if you're because some of the docks I've seen are just like, they're okay. Like some of them are glossy and you're like, this doesn't look good. But personally, if you want a dock and you don't care about some of the downfalls right now, just get one of the other docks. If you want, and some of them are coming with storage now, and with those auto mount scripts, it might really be worth it. Now, that being said, if you don't want to deal with some of the things that kind of suck about it, then you might want to wait. But I don't think there's any portable PC gaming device that's great docked yet. And so if Steam can get this locked down to have a really good dock mode, I think we're going to have the best thing out there next to the Switch for docking. So, I do like that they're competitive in that they want to make the best thing now. They want to make dreams and realities real. They have aspirations. That's what drives Valve. That's almost always what's driven Valve. Money can be a part of that, but it's not. I don't feel like it's ever been truly competition. It's been more or less, and competition could be not in the monetary reason, I don't think, as much. And the reason why they do charge so much, which sometimes it is a little much to think about, but the reason why they charge so much and take so much from developers is partially because the Steam network takes money. They're going to be able to download games and use your services for decades. So they need to make sure that they're not going to lose money in 20 years from people playing certain games. I think they could probably drop it down a little bit and be fine, but it's up to them to choose on that. And I'm not going to be fully. I do think they've made some stupid mistakes, but that's typically been the mantra. That's why they don't milk. I mean, if they really were to just make money, they'd be milking the hell out of Half-Life and a bunch of other things. They don't do that. This is just about the Japanese gamers and the response to the Steam Deck. It's been incredibly positive. One of the first things that we've been hearing in talking to people getting in their hands for the first time, just how surprised by how light it is. I think a lot of people maybe had a preconceived notion of it being this big, heavy, hard to handle thing. All very interesting things to say about your deck, and they're really responded positively in terms of how light it is, how comfortable it is, and the types of games that you play on it. We've been watching people boot up various games on the device, and you can see them being surprised that they can play Elden Ring and other high-spec AAA games on it. That's been a really pleasant surprise and has resulted in good feedback. That's Eric Peterson. Man, I had a college professor actually named Eric Peterson. He might go by Peterson, but it was Pedersen for him. Lawrence Yang, ever since we opened the booth, 3 things always pop up. One is it's a lot lighter and more comfortable than I expected it would be. Another is I can play a whole lot of games on here, and they actually can run really well. Way better than I would expect. And the third one is I want one. That's been really great to see. I don't think they should use that as they're there for games, and they're going to be easily persuaded, especially since the Asian market really likes portable devices. I am curious how well it's going to do in the Asian market. So I think that's really interesting. And the reason why this is so important, the more we see the deck sell and get into people's hands, the more accessories, the more support, just everything is going to be coming. So I just want to note there, like, it's a good thing. We want this to sell like as much as possible. And honestly, we're already getting a lot of accessories. I'm really surprised by that. So on to this piece of news. And now this is 5 days old. The GBD win for company boasts that new console is better than Steam Deck. I'm skeptical at best. Higher specs doesn't necessarily mean better user gamer experience or support for that matter, which is a big deal. Thoughts all. Yeah, and it's in relation to Let's see here. Oh, where is it? I swear. Oh, continues. Okay. Bizarrely, GBD continues to pit the Win 4 against the Steam Deck, not the Win 3 or any other Ryzen 7 6800 powered gaming handheld. Instead, the company has created a comparison table on its website in which it outlines all the ways in the Win 4 outperforms the Steam Deck. Specifically, GBD stresses that the Win 4 has a smaller footprint than the Steam Deck while delivering superior Geekbench 5, which it's a benchmarking software. Doesn't take that with a grain of salt. It's not real world per se. I mean, it's not as real world as you can get, which is actually playing a game. Scores and offering more RAM storage and larger battery. RAM doesn't matter. You're getting plenty of RAM on the deck. The biggest thing that matters is potentially the cores with the Unreal Engine or Unreal 5 games. And we'll get to some of your guys' I'll get to some of your guys' comments here in a section. And I'm going to close out let's close out that poll. End poll. It was more or less, I'm just curious to see what would go. So maybe I'm going to take it that half the maybes are just being polite that I didn't want to say no in here, but maybe yes, make it worth it. Yeah, and I'd definitely make it worth it. And I would do some testing, but if you guys are curious to see what I'm going to, because I'm going to come out with some information on the membership, because you'll also be a part of an exclusive giveaway pool and some other stuff being a part of the membership. But there'll be other things that'll be good about it. It'll be fun. I'm not going to try to be too exclusive with a lot of things, but my time is very, it's a little costly, and I'm not going to charge you for it, but it would be kind of fun to do an exclusive chat with it. I'm not going to talk anymore about the membership, really. Go sign up at gamesrevealed.com. Join, just join. I'm going to send out an email to confirm whether or not you want to get emails from Games Revealed on further stuff. And then I am also going to send out a little thing of what I propose for the memberships. And so I definitely have been spending a lot of time on it because I like biz dev stuff too. So I'll stop talking about that stuff. We can get back into this. Now, that being said, the 6800, I think, is guaranteed to be faster and better than the Steam Deck. It's just all around, from my understanding, the tests we've already seen from the 6800U, it's amazing. I will be doing some tests when I get my GBD WinMax 2, where this is the GBD Win 4, which is I really hate these companies and their naming conventions, but this is the thing. So is this a 6-core? So if it's 12 core units, is it 6-core then? I think it's a 6-core, which is about right, but it's going to drain your battery more. Everything is really interesting about this. It's not a bad idea. Like, they have a LTE module, which is cool. They have a lot of niceties to this. But the thing that's going to always kill it for me is that these low-profile joysticks are never going to beat the Steam Deck. Your experience is almost always going to be better on the Steam Deck, in my opinion. We'll see about the speakers. The speakers have more room to play with on the Steam Deck. It's bigger. It's going to have more room for things. But the number one thing I will say is that the likelihood of the heat traveling to your hands is much higher on this. Now, they can control that a little bit, but only so much. I will say with the Neo Air, my hands, it does. The heat travels. Some of the reviewers say it doesn't. For me, it traveled enough to where it was kind of annoying. Honestly, not annoying enough for me not to have it. The QWERTY keyboard is cool. I really like the concept of it, but it's only really useful for typing like messages and stuff, like when you're online. Beyond that, I don't think it's very useful. I think the optical, I'm becoming more and more on board with it, especially with the Windows. And there's just a lot about it that I think is really good. I haven't tried their this type of system, so it'll be interesting to see how GBD Win 4 works. I really really do not like the design, though. They just copied PlayStation. And for the time when the PlayStation, like the PSP and the PS Vita came out, I think it was revolutionary. And I wouldn't, I loved it. But as we've evolved better ergonomically inclined devices. And now maybe I'm giving this too much. I'm just looking at it like this top portion right here, not comfortable. These edges on the L1, R1 are not comfortable, and it looks like they're using a very similar. The trigger will be fine, but I really did not like the L1, R1. Like if you used it too much, it hurt. Just my opinion on it. But I just all around don't think this is a Steam Deck killer. It doesn't have the name. It doesn't have a lot of different things. It's like the same thing with the Switch. Is the Steam Deck a Switch killer? Technically, it's not. Does it have the potential to be one eventually? I do actually think it does. It's going to be a generational thing, though. And it's going to require marketing and stuff like that. Maybe a slimmer device like this. But GBT and all these companies probably, there may be one that could pop out and become the top dog, but we'll see. So let's get back into, like, before we get any further into anything, let's get back into some of these comments and just see what you guys have been commenting because I have been ignoring you guys. Has anyone added me recently? Let's see here. Take 10 seconds. Let's see. I'm just looking through chat real quick. I want to make sure I'm not missing any. Just scanning through chat. Cyber. Have you guys had the problem with the search bar in the desktop mode in the Discover app? I start typing in before I can finish the word, part of the word disappears. Yes, I have. I've had more of an issue where I'm typing and I have to pause a little too long and it just auto searches. And then when you try to like start typing again, it just deletes the whole thing because it starts the search over again. Maybe that's what's happening to you. I hate it. I hate it. It's counterintuitive and bad UX in my opinion because almost no search does that. It usually highlights and lets you replace it or continue on. I don't like it. In the Discover. In the Steam client, I've never had that issue really. Let's see here. Going back for, if anyone has any comments or anything they want to say at this point. Did you guys know you could theme Steam OS? Yeah. I did. Oh, Wolf. Oh, yeah, no problem, Wolf. Thanks for helping so far, and have a good one. Now that Wolf's gone, all the bots can come in and attack. The guard Wolf is not here anymore. Okay, let's get to wrapping up this stream. It's not gonna be over yet, so don't worry. But soonish. Love the stick on the deck. Thank you, Andre. I got the Steam Deck today and played GTA 5. Well, good luck, because I think that one has some major memory issues, and as you play longer and longer in a session, it will just crash eventually. Yes, a bisexual blurred. 100% joysticks are one of the most important parts for me. Yep. Honestly, that's what I go to. Like with my other reviews, that's what I'm going to mention. Like, if I was in a position that I needed portability, yes, one of these other ones are going to be an option for me. But I'm not in a situation like that. I'm in a situation where I can have a day bag on me, and it doesn't need to be too portable. The Steam Deck is perfect for me because it's comfortable. I'm at that, getting to that point where my fingers are just a little bit too achy if I play in weird positions too long now. Cyber, I still love my Iron Odin Pro, and after the last update, the speakers are way louder. I still use all my mobile games in emulation. Honestly, it is a great emulating machine, and I think it's really good for mobile games. I actually really do like the Iron Odin Pro. Honestly, though, and I still will be doing a review on that. I have the review recorded and everything. I just don't know if I'm satisfied. I might go re-record it. I let my kid play with it more than anything because I don't want him to play my Steam Deck. I'd rather him play this Iron Odin. Skinny P, I almost bought an GBD Win 3. I love that design. Just wished Bags SVS just subscribed. Thanks for subscribing, man. You are the man. Yes, the auto search. Can we disable it? I don't think you can, Cyber. I haven't been able to figure it out yet. Double A Toy Photography just subscribed. Thank you for the sub, man. Out of curiosity, has anyone used a GBD Win 3? I have not. GBD is not actually one of the brands I've been wanting to buy stuff. But I am super excited for the GBD Win Max 2 because it has the processor I want. It has the LTE module that I bought with it, and it's going to be probably used more for handling coding in the style that I need to right now with some leadership things, and not for gaming as much. It's going to be like the netbook. Because I talked about it, I think in one of my videos, was like, I'm not sure if I want this. I don't think there's a reason to have it unless it's given to me for this price. And then I got thinking, I'm like, I really liked my netbook in college. I would like one of those back. So I bought it for that. And I'm also going to do, I bought it for that and also did a review, honestly. I was going to sell it, but then we'll see how much I like it. Logan Baker, how long are Q4 orders taking to go through? They've already started on them. They started on them early. They started on them, I think, was it Monday or last week? I think it might have been last week if I remember correctly. At this rate, unless there's like a huge demand, they're going to fulfill everything by the end of November. It will be soon. As long as things ramp up and keep ramped up, you'll be able to buy them just right off the bat. But it all depends. Cool, sir. I reserved a second deck on the 4th and purchased yesterday, so orders are less than a month now. Yep. And it's going to be even, I think it's going to go down even more than that. The Cyber, the newer ones, the only one with the GBD, yeah, I don't know. Ioneo and Loki are the ones that I'm most interested in. The GBD doesn't really have my interest as much. Jared, I got my JSOX deck dock, and on some games like Borderlands, I have to start the game in hand and then plug it into the dock display on TV because the starting selection menus of the game won't. Oh. I bet you if you had a Steam controller, it would work. Yeah, there's some compatibility issues. So if the game doesn't say playable, I bet you're going to have an issue with that sometimes. Some games you have to use the touchpad, which is annoying. You might be able to also configure it, Jared, with a different controller layout and get it to work. Cyber, I might buy 2 more decks for my brother and his wife soon. Nice, dude. You're the man, Cyber. Or, yeah. You're the person, Cyber. Skinny P, you might have to force the controller to be player 1. Interesting. Okay. Did I have any more news? I swear I had one more piece of news to go over. Screw it. Let's get ready. Let's apply one of these screens. Oh, and let's, just in all its glory. I like it. I really like this shirt design. Okay, so before my phone dies, actually, it might be dying soon. Let's apply the screen protector. See how annoying this is? I like doing things that annoy the shit out of me for your guys's pleasure. So I am going to take this off, and there's also another thing. When you take this off, it could end up popping this L and R1 buttons. To be fair, I wonder if I've ever removed this, actually. No, I think I've removed it once. Okay. See, it's not horrible, but I could definitely see it at point getting nagged on those L1, R1, and ripping one of the buttons off. So this is, it's just their standard screen protector. Really nice branding. I do think they do their due diligence with their screen protectors. I think they're the best you can get, but I don't think it's, I wouldn't recommend it. We didn't do a budget build, did we? Suck. We'll do the budget build next time. Maybe we'll do a vote or something. Like we'll figure something out because I want to know what people want. What would be your perfect budget build? So maybe I'll get a bunch of parts, a bunch of things together, and we can just do like a tier-based system, and I'll like do one of those tier systems to judge it, and then we could build our perfect kit like that, and let other people also do the same thing. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think they say to watch a video on it, but you know what? YOLO. Purchased. We knew you would deliver. They definitely deep brand. I think the whole thing is their D bags kind of thing. That's the whole like kind of the point of the brand. So stop. Let's see here. Let's see. Skinny P. In games, sometimes can handle player 2 controllers being player 1. Ah, interesting. Cyber. I was going to wait for the Alienware UFO, but I think that's bust. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be coming out. I bet you, though. I'll just stick one of the stickers right there. I do like the skull stickers. I don't... Yeah. Stop. Watch the tutorial video. You know what I'm going to do? Not watch the tutorial video. I have two screen protectors. We're just going to go at this with minimal knowledge. Look at that. Yeah, it's just alcohol. Just some vodka. They go hardcore. Oh, and Cyber, I'm a 33-year-old man. Well, again, and my twin bro would love his deck. Yeah, I just never know. I figured. I know that. I swear we've talked about it a little bit before in the past. That's just assumptions, man. They make an ass out of both of us. Or I guess just me, technically. So, RTFM, well, I just wanted to say that. Oh. Cyber, my professor is over 50 and ought to Blue mentioned she got the Steam Deck and how much she loves it. Awesome. The hell with instructions. The first one, I did follow instructions. This one, I don't care as much. Oh, they even have the interesting. They have the tabs already on them. Let's see. It's off. But whatever. So we can rip that off. I have multiple if I need to reapply it because it's still on the edge. It's just you can see that it's kind of off on this side. Like it has a little bit of room. I gotta say that has been the easiest, but I think it does make it more glare. Yeah, it adds the glare back. So if I take it off, it'd be fine. I think it's compatible just because it doesn't ruin it. I actually think that's a myth. I don't think it actually ruins. Almost no screen protection is going to ruin your 512, but it is going to make it more glossy, as you can see. Which, oh, and by the way, Titanfall 2 is amazing on the deck. I do like it though. There you go. It's that easy to install a screen protector. And the D-brand, I just dropped the deck. I'm used to having it be in the case. It's that easy. It's really not that hard. Sometimes I think people overthink it. And the D-brand one has been the easiest one by far to install. Really, honestly, it's been by far the easiest one to install. I don't think they have a difference on the screen protectors. Unless I have been mistaken. So, they just have one that fits everything. Obviously, this is the glossy one. If it's etched glass, how can it ruin it? They talked about it in the early days that it could, the way the etched glass works, it could, and the way the matte anti-glare finish or whatever it was on it could potentially ruin that. That's what they said. That was a while ago. Now I don't think that's as big a deal. It's just you're going to lose, like putting it on like this, it's now glossy. Where it was semi anti-glare. I wouldn't say it was full anti-glare, but it was semi anti-glare. You could watch the tutorial on the deck for immersion. You could. Tarling blind eye, but I could, but I'm not going to. LoJack, Brinkerhoff be like, we don't need no stinking tutorial videos. Exactly. Or Lomkey, I say ramen noodle with the budget build on the sides to show it's really going budget. I like that. I should do a budget build PC game machine like that sometime. Make the box out of like a ramen box or whatever. And then like just tape the plastic of the ramen bags all around the case. And then you build the case as you eat ramen. Or what you could do with the ramen, you could fill it in with a little bit of plaster and just glue them together, make a case out of ramen and sand it down. I've seen those videos where someone fixed an issue with the piece of wood where they smashed ramen into it, filed it down, and then painted over it. It fixed the bashed in portion of the table that was wood. It was so weird. But now you won't break the screen, so that seems more important than some glare. I agree, but I don't know if I was ever... I do use it a lot. It makes sense. I mean, if I'm going to have a case, might as well have a screen protector on it too. We'll see. I can always take it off. Thanks for the nice application. Let's see. Is the D-brand one anti-glare? I don't think it is. I don't think this is the D-brand one, and I don't think that's anti-glare. You can now see everything. Just don't look too hard at my desktop. Hi. You are late to the party, dude. You are so late to the party. The Verge has an article about the Killswitch and has a video with the magnets affecting the deltas of it. Yeah, we already went over that stuff. In fact, we went over the email. We could go and look at their site, but I think that's topic's been covered in full today. If you hate anti-glare, you can just scuff off the screen protector with a bit of sandpaper. Oh my gosh. That's like cursed responses. Should I do a video? I should do my next April Fool's. I did my April Fool's video this year, and it's it was still getting serious responses because I was like, this is why the Steam Deck failed and the Switch beats the Steam Deck. I did a April Fool's joke on that. And I got serious responses. And even after I changed the title to April Fool's and then off to the right, the title, people were still responding to it in a serious manner. And thank you, the Doubler, for the $3 in Canadians, or Canadians of a dollars. Fist bump. Gotcha, man. Yes, I know. I roll. No, dude. Thanks for thanks for posting that. And anyone that wants to look further, the Verge actually did a good article for once, and you can go check out their article. Honestly, I like some of their articles. It's just like them and Kotaku and some other ones where it's just like, it's just they deviate off. Like I feel like their mission a little bit into another mission that I don't want to bring up on this, because then I'll be just like them. I have the 512 gigabyte version, but still put a screen protector, and it does not bother me at all. I can't really see a difference in screen quality. I will have to say, if you go and I don't recommend. I kind of recommend. I think I have a link to it in the description of this video and a bunch of my videos of the matte like anti-glare screen protector for the Steam Deck. It definitely will blur things a little bit, but it's very heavy on this anti-glare. It's much more anti-glare than the Steam Deck's anti-glare. So if you really don't like glare, that's a good one for you, but just know it will make things slightly blurry, which is a little annoying. There are still people that believe Akuma is unlockable in Resident Evil 2. It is if you use a mod, I'd assume. Cyber, make sure you actually have the screen protector on before you use the sandpaper on it. Ooh. Then we're going to be doing a replace my screen stream. Well, guys, we didn't get to building the budget stream Killswitch kit. We went over everything else. Pretty sure that's aluminum. That pretty much, honestly, like, they kitted me out. I'm very thankful to them. I like their stuff. But at the end of the day, I think we could do it a little cheaper. Just all depends. Do it a little cheaper. Not going to be a better kit, but it's going to be like a more affordable. And some people, that's better. I mean, yeah, I could replace the screen and I might do it one day. It's just one of those things. We'll see if I ever run out of content. Yeah, no, I know. The Blue Magic, dude. There's the April Fool joke stuff is kind of, it's really fun, but I mean, I'm going to do it again, especially now that I have a bigger following, because back then I didn't. It was super clickbaity, but I wasn't necessarily meant to be clickbaity. It was just like an April Fool's joke, meaning the Steam Deck loses to the Switch kind of thing. Of course, that's going to be clickbaity, but it's just what happens. Cool, sir. What happened to the skin on my deck? It got rubbed raw off. That's the problem. I use this deck so much daily that the skin just came off now. This is a different deck. I have two decks, technically. One's my wife's, one's mine. I haven't put the new skin from D-Brand on yet, and I'm not going to do it today because it's going to require the hairdryer or the screen applicator. But yeah. Oh, and yeah, if anyone's watching, if you want to ever get signed up for any of the giveaways, make sure to sign up at gamesrevealed.com/join. And you just got to sign up on the website. I just need your email address. And then I'm going to be doing emails for giveaways in the sense of like sending out, hey, doing a giveaway, make sure to go to this website and click that you're interested. I don't want to choose someone that's not that interested in a product as a winner. Let's say the Killswitch. I want to make sure you're interested. And then, yeah, I'm going to be doing giveaways. And I'm going to be doing weekly giveaways, I believe, from here on. Well, I shouldn't say I believe. Like, there'll be weekly giveaways from here on out. Once I do the membership, though, it could be exclusive to the membership or not. I don't know. I haven't decided on all that. So, honestly, it's a free thing that I'm giving out to people. I like doing that. I like to have fun doing the giveaways. So it is a nice thing about making money off this channel is that I can also pass some of those savings on to you guys. Like the Killswitch. So honestly, if I was a dick, I could just save the Killswitch and sell it, in 10 months for, $10,000. I doubt it's going to be that, but who knows? Oh yeah, Skinny Pete. I'm not fretting about it too much. I was just really shocked by how many people really took it serious. Like, I'm shocked at how many people don't read the title or don't watch like the first part of a video before they comment about certain things. And I give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, yeah, do finish it up. Skinny Pete, put me down for 11K. April Fool's joke was hilarious. All sponsors. Oh, LTT April Fool's joke. Is it an April Fool's joke if they only have sponsors, though? Cyber, nice. I'll join after this stream, bro. I'm in the Discord, but I've not joined the website. Yeah, I know. It is kind of weird that I have both places, but I'm keeping to the website for that type of stuff now. Maybe in the future I might do some of that stuff on the Discord. It's just easier because it just makes it a little easier. I'm also developing a tool, just so people know, to install and uninstall boot sequences like the startup of a Steam Deck easier. I'm going to also be I'm putting in a collection onto the website too, to where it'll probably be a button that says Steam Deck. You can go down into it, select boot videos or boot animations, and it's going to be a page that's going to be full of boot animations, and all you have to do is click on one, and you'll have a little curl command, like a little command you can put into the console, aka terminal, on your deck, and it will install it. I'll eventually do some additional stuff, but I'm going to be putting a lot of work into that. I have been having fun with that, so I'm going to continue down that, and I'm going to be doing a lot more. I've almost flushed out the database system a little bit more on my website, and we're going to have a lot more tools and a lot more cool stuff there. So keep an eye on that. Well, one thing I learned in retail, the public doesn't read anything at one job. The card reader stopped working, and people were shocked when I told them cash only. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Mikhail Casanova, what's up? Hey, everyone. Welcome to the stream, man. How's it going? Cyber, sounds good. I don't mind joining both. Yeah, you should join both. Skinny Pete, that's awesome. Can't wait to see that repository happen. It'd be so convenient. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, no, it's one of those things where I want to put the time into it so that like Games Revealed is gonna be very soon. A huge resource for a lot of things, Steam Deck and gaming. Honestly, like. It's going to be catered a little bit more to the Steam Deck and certain game styles that lends to me. Like, I love Half-Life, I love horror games, I love games like that. So if you see any games on there, you'll see probably more related to that, because I don't have time to cover every single game. But, I mean, maybe eventually I'll have other editors and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. Tarlung Blind Eye, I had someone ask me if a mouse took batteries. I took the package and read it to them. They were not amused. Speaking of, I did get a cool little thing right here recently, because I'm going to be doing a video on a travel kit for my deck, and I wanted a better mouse, because I have a couple of mice that I've used over the years, but I wanted something that was like kind of close to something that's comfortable, but it's a little smaller. So I got this Razer or a Orochi, I think is what it is, Orochi V2, the white edition, which I think this is the only thing they had, and it was on sale at Best Buy for like $20-$30. It can do Bluetooth and also 2.4 gigahertz band with a wireless USB piece that comes with. The cool thing about this is the Bluetooth works really well with the deck. So when you have the deck hooked up, I have a wireless keyboard that's Bluetooth, and this hooked up, it worked really good with games. So, like, let's see here. This also it can take a AA or a AAA. The AAA honestly is not going to last. I mean, obviously it's not going to last as long, but it does come with a AA. So it's cool that it could take both. And then it has this piece, but the Bluetooth works really well. I got this because I really like the options with it. It felt good enough in my hands, and it's about as small as I'm going to go on a portable mouse. So I really like this thing. I'm going to do a review on it too. And so Thank you. That's awesome, Casanova. I'm glad to hear that it's a good mouse. I've used it a little bit, and I've been really impressed with it so far. My biggest problem with Razer in the past is that their sensors haven't been good as at all purpose. Like Logitech has mice that specifically designed all purpose where it works on all sorts of different surfaces really well. I've had more issues with Razer. I'm hoping that this sensor and this one is better for that. I haven't tried it in a lot of different areas, but I've tried it on some, and I really do like it. And trying to remember what else I was going to talk about with this, but yeah, I really like this mouse and hope to use it a lot. And then also, sorry, I'm looking for my, there was something else I was going to potentially talk about. There's always something else. I have so much crap. I will be doing, oh yeah. I did get something to review. I think a lot of YouTubers are getting stuff like this right now. Recording audio on the go, because I'm going to be doing some recordings on the go. Maybe I can do some on my Steam Deck and kind of do the whole thing, because this is USB, and so I'm excited. I'm going to be doing a Bluetooth specific, or not Bluetooth, but like an audio specific, because I did buy some some other headphones to test and all that. So I'll be doing like an audio specific video soon, and I will also be doing that standalone with the Steam Deck, and then I'm also going to be doing kind of like a one or the other or both. But just to know that, like, if you're interested in earbuds or some types of over the head, on the head, whatever it is, headphones, videos and stuff like that, I'm going to be covering it. Mikhail, Casanova, I go between that mouse, the Logitech G903, and the latest Rocat mice. Okay, I haven't had a Rocat in a while. My favorite right now, and it's going to probably be like that for a pretty good long while, is the G502, 502. This right now, ooh, I don't know what I just clicked, but yeah. I love this mouse. It fits me. It's perfect. I love it. It's a lot like an old Logitech one I had. I still like my Razer one, kinda. Like, I like it. It's just, I love it. Let's see. Casanova, Maano. I've worked with them on a few mics. Really nice company. I'm glad to hear this. So far, they've been really nice. It didn't take much to get it. They did have a couple of requests with the video, but honestly don't. It wasn't anything big. I've had worse. Like JSOX, they requested like your freaking child's blood and your second child's life. It felt like with their contract. Yeah, so I'm really excited to test that out. And yeah. Spaz, speaking of Logitech, how's G-Hub? I don't know. I don't know how G-Hub is. I don't really deal with it. But let me just look something up real quick with that. Yeah. I don't use it really. Like, I don't know if it even installed fully on it, because I don't like using those third-party pieces. Like Razer's software, driver software, and their software is almost like a virus to me. I really don't like it. That's another reason I kind of went away from Razer stuff, because I stopped liking to deal with their software. I just don't think it's good. They need to improve it. Like I think it was Razer. Like their software to speed up your games actually slowed my games by like 20%. It was really horrible. Tarling Blind Eye. I've had a Corsair Harpoon for about 3 years. Those are pretty good too, from my understanding. Desi, I like my G900, but for the gimmicky features of the anywhere that it can work on the glass is kind of cool. Exactly, Desi. I do like that. Bisexual Blurred, I'm looking for a good multi-point earbuds so I can listen to my Steam Deck and phone at the same time. Oh, you want it to be able to stream from 2 different devices. I haven't gotten anything like that yet. Is there ones that do that? I'd be curious in that one too. Cyber, guys, I have no internet where I live, but can open a hotspot with my phone to use on my deck. I was switching from stable to beta RAM out of this hotspot, and I put my deck into a never-ending loop. Ugh. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. Definitely when you're doing any type of updates, firmwares, all that stuff, really make sure that you're careful with that. But you can always like recover. You should be able to download the recovery ISO from their website, put it on a USB, and then recover it. So you should be able to recover it. What it will essentially do in recovery mode, or you shouldn't have to reinstall the whole operating system. It should be able to just check and reinstall the most important parts and save most of your stuff, in theory. Bisexual Blur, the G600 is my favorite wired, and the G604 is my favorite wireless. I'll have to check those out. Yeah, no, I don't know. I really like my 502 so far. Casanova, dude, JSOC sent my M.2 doc for review to the wrong state. Want me to talk to USPS to get it shipped to Hawaii. JSOC is interesting at times. Yeah. They contacted me. So they contacted me twice. The second time I waited a month or two, and I'm like, well, when the Super Doc came out, or not the Super Doc, the new M.2 doc came out. Then I was like, or was coming out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna contact these guys again, and went through it. And this time they weren't gonna give me this. They were gonna force me to sign an exclusive contract, because originally they wanted me to say I couldn't talk about other accessories and stuff, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. That's why I ignored it the first time, or at least I think I responded I wasn't interested. But this is another person that contacted me from JSOX. And then they went silent for 2 weeks, and then they finally got back to me 2 days ago. No, yesterday. And I responded. So I should be getting one too, but I also ordered one for myself. So this is one of those things where I'll pass the savings off to you guys. So yeah, that sucks, Casanova. Because those videos actually do really well too. Funny enough. Those JSOX dock ones do really well, and so that does suck that they lost it. Plus, on top of it, the M.2 drive is going to be so cool, and I want to try the auto mounting. That's my favorite. It's honestly what I want the most out of is the auto mounting script, or whatever they're going to do. And I'm not going to say what I'm going to do on air with it, but I do want to figure out I want to figure out how to get something that's going to work for everyone. Let's just say that. I've never looked for them. Razor Synapses is awful. Yes, that's what it is, Casanova. Razor Synapses is god awful. I hate it so much. I'm a software engineer, and one of the things I was trying to build for, I think it was back when I was doing more client-based stuff. One of the pieces of software I was trying to get working was using the same port that Razer was using for their service, which is LEAT 1337, which is actually very common in the development world, and it's also on the development software that I was using too. But I was like, why is this not working? I was just coming up with nothing. And then finally I went and looked to see what ports were getting used by what, and it was the Razer software using the LEAT port. And it's like, dude, come on, guys. I get it, but at the same time, it really pissed me off that it took that much work to figure it out. And it's not just that; it's also slowed down just everything. I considered it a bug, a virus, deleted it. From my understanding, True Blue Magic Dude, does the Killswitch fit in the JSOX dock? It does, from my understanding, at least the newest one. That's what I've heard. I've heard two different things now, though, but I think it does. Blind Eye. I ran a modded BIOS on my laptop for a few years though, but man, it was scary when I had to push an update. Oh yes. Thanks, Skinny Pete. Yeah, I'm going to be running 2 here in a second. Thanks for stopping by. Cyber, until I got my other phone, I never had connected to the phone, so I used the charge cable, and it connected with without hotspot password through the tether. And finished the update, luckily. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear that you were able to get it to work. Guess I'm dude. They did the exact same to me. G Hub is yeah, no, it's awful too. Yep, exactly. So Casanova, you went a different route then, like meaning you got the M.2 dock without having too many issues then, like with exclusivity stuff. It just didn't make it, like if they were going to pay me enough to make it worth it, not that I'm a big streamer in any ways, but I do know a bad deal when I see one, and that was a bad deal. You also don't want to get taken advantage of, you know. Blind Eye, Corsair keyboard software was kind of garbo too. Yeah, a lot of them aren't like amazing, but the Razer one tries to do so much and it just fails everywhere. They've tried to do so many different things with their Razer software that just is always feels half-hearted. Oh yeah, the keyboard, you could onboard the memory, it has macros and stuff. Yeah, it was so weird. Kind of cool though. Like, well, you can flash it with a bunch of different things and then switch between it, and you don't have to use the software anymore. So I kind of get that. Bisexual Blur, are you getting the new JSOX M.2 dock? Yes, I am getting the new one. I should be getting 2. So like I mean, it would be nice to use. Well, actually, no, I'm getting all 3. I'm getting the better one. That's not the M.2. Then I'm getting the M.2. And I guess I should get an M.2 drive, because I have one that in this other one, but I don't know if I want to mess with it now. I have a lot of backups and stuff on there. But I'm going to do a giveaway. That's what I'm going to say. Like, I could have one of these drives on each one of my TVs, but I'm going to do a giveaway. There's no point. I need to stop hoarding stuff, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway with one of the M.2 drives. The only really good accessory software, because I can't say peripheral very well. I'm flawed like that. I've used it in one of, used as the one from Wooting. I've never tried that. Tried them. I just have the upgraded dock with a gigabyte Ethernet. I have no use for M.2 slot since I just want my games in the device. Yeah, but there's a couple of games that just work so good docked that it might be nice to have it there, videos and stuff like that. I kind of agree with you. Kind of. Now, if I'm doing it for a main computer, let's say if I do my Steam Deck challenge again, which was it wasn't a disaster last time. I just got really frustrated because editing videos really stuck. Like the Steam Deck really struggles when it comes to multitasking. The M.2 drive would have been nice. Also, so in like a desktop manner, like you plug it into a couple of desktop monitors and stuff like that, it'd be nice to have that extra space for certain things, right? Like video editing or anything that's larger. I do plan on building a NAS box for a video that is designed to store your games so you can play your games from your desktop or your Steam Deck or cache them on either one. You could use it for other things, but that's what I'm going to do it for right now. And so essentially and I believe with the way everything works, from my understanding, you should be able to mount that drive, that local area network drive, and be able to access it if mounted properly inside of the game mode. And then you would have, like, I'd have like an 8 terabyte. I don't know if I do redundant, like meaning essentially if in a RAID, is it RAID 0? No, it's not RAID 0. I can't remember which RAID it is. It's been a while since I've done a RAID setup. But it would be essentially redundant. So if one of the drives fails, the other two don't. For game data, it's not as big a deal for me, but for like if I'm going to store videos and other stuff on there and I can consume it between all my devices, including the Steam Deck, I'm going to do a video on that. It'll be fun. I like doing fun stuff though. So that's why I like doing streaming and videos on YouTube, is that I love trying things, and I'm always here to try stuff. So if you guys have stuff for me to try, as long as it's not like breaking the bank, I'm willing to do it. Yeah, Raid 0, I think you're right on that. I'm sure if Hi's here, he'll correct me. He's a fountain of both youth and also knowledge. He's real. I need to get back into the raid stuff again. It's been a little while. I've done it, but it's been a while. Or Desi could correct me in a heartbeat. A hub with an M.2 slot. I think I have to get it too, just to put all the multiplayer ROMs on it. There you go, man. It's really expensive, actually. The JSOX, without the cell and everything else, it's $130, which is actually really expensive. I think I recommend one in my description. I can't remember, but I have one right here that cost me around $60, maybe $70. It could be up now because, you know, inflation caused some things to go up. This one right here, like I said, it works. It doesn't have the auto-mounting script, though. But once you get the auto-mounting script, and once we, you know, the community starts getting it from the JSOX, because I'm sure that the JSOX people, it's gonna get leaked, and we're all gonna have the auto-mounting script. This though is drastically cheaper, and it is a really nice dongle dock. I like it a lot. Now, honestly, you don't really need a... Oh, my camera went off. It's because I've been streaming for too long. This camera does not like long streaming sessions. Cool, sir. I found on Amazon for $180 and will probably buy anyways in the joysticks. What? I feel like I've missed something. Oh, wow. Let's see. I bought Ark Survival Evolved for a deck. It's 128.5 gigs, so I will be moving it to an SD card, but it plays great on the deck. Yeah, you're gonna be putting on an SD cards exclusively. Yeah, that game is massive. I think if you get everything on it, it can be like what, 500 gigs or something like that. Ark Survival is massive. Spasmaticus. Oh man, I still have to wait a few more weeks to get my deck because it's stuck in Florida and awaiting to ship. Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah. And waiting to ship to my country, but I had to stop by and say hi. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, it's... Oh man. Yeah, because there's a hurricane going through. Anything that's getting... my favorite coffee place is there too. Yeah, thanks, hi. Wait. Snap rate. I don't know if I know about snap rate. What's snap rate on the NAS, Desi? I haven't done a NAS. I have a NAS box technically already. I probably could actually just resurrect it for my games because it is getting a little older and I'm a little worried about it. But I guess I could take it, repurpose into... No, it's just not going to be very... I guess it's going to be faster than the SD card. I don't know. We'll go into Raid 0 some other day. I might be a little beyond right now. Marcus Cruz. Sorry, just got here. Killswitch delay fan debacle brought up yet. Yes, it was. It was at the very beginning. You can always rewatch the stream. We're getting towards the end of it. I will... I can do... Oh. Let's see. I don't know. I don't have much battery left. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have... Okay. Just as a recap on what we talked about, wherever I'm at, wherever I'm going, this thing causes Delta fans to have issues. The magnetic force, or, you know, whatever it's called, because I'm not going to think about it right now. I've been doing the stream too long. causes interference with the fans. The fans are built differently, obviously, because it does not affect the good fan, it affects the delta fan. It could be how the fan is placed, where they play, because I believe there's going to be, I honestly, I do believe it's how they set the motor in there. I bet you that's what it is. So, but they're going to replace everything, which is awesome. And honestly, I think we're going to get a better system than, oh yeah, and it has this back padding. I don't think I ever mentioned that in the review. I will mention it in my unboxing, because I do an unboxing, but I'm going to probably do that as a live or as a short or something. So I'm not just like filling you guys with just tons of Killswitch stuff, because I'm going to be doing a follow-up review in like a week or two. Maybe that's going to be, no, I'll still do it, because like honestly, the only thing they're going to replace is this back piece. So I'll still do a follow-up on how I like it. Okay. Yeah, that's a recap, I guess, if that's good or not. Cyber, yes, not got all the DLC yet. Oh yeah, good. You're gonna need your whole SD card for that. The SD card is surprisingly fast, though. It really is. But I definitely recommend getting the ones that I recommend in the description. They're the best. It's the SanDisk Extreme and the Samsung Evo Select. They're both do really well for me. Cyber, I'm in Florida in the hurricane all day today. Are you guys doing okay? Didn't you get upgraded to like a level 5 or something like that? Cool, sir. Coffee, don't worry about coffee shops. They're the first things to get rebuilt. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's not a coffee shop. It's a coffee distribution. That's where the coffee's stored. And it's not, yeah, so I might have said shop. It's just a coffee store, and it's Bones Coffee. I really like it. I know I should be more concerned about people, but I really need my coffee sometimes. Snap rate is just so you can add drives later, but the biggest, well, you can add drives to regular RAID. You just have to they just have to rebuild, because it's a distributed system for parity and for redundancy, right? And so when you add another one, I believe you just have to rebuild, and it has to distribute it properly, which is a pain in the butt. But I'm sure software nowadays is pretty good for it. You can set how many drives can fill, and you can repair it, but you need to have one drive fail-safe you set. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds awesome. Snap rate sounds awesome. So the magnet messes with this, the SATA? I don't know that. Got the email Delta affected. Whatever, isn't it what you got? Got lucky. Mine shipped this AM. Yeah, you got lucky. I have the non-Delta version. Unfortunately, someone here does have the Delta version. I'm not going to say who it is, but it is someone that is tech support, and it might be blue named. It might not be Wolf. So, sorry. I don't think the case is going to work for you until it comes out in January. Who has the Delta fans? Unless you replace it. But yeah. Now, they do talk about longevity, meaning like they don't know, now that they know that it affects the Delta one, they don't know what it's going to do to the regular one over time. It could still mess things up, and it could still do a slight, they might not have noticed it now, but it could still affect it. And so I don't think they want to deal with anything messing it up, and they're going to go to the non-magnetic version. And then, honestly, that's smart on them. Then they are not going to open themselves up to a lawsuit, I think. I know we're still going. I need to be done with this. I thought I was going to be done with it an hour ago. Not like always, I'm not. Plus, we got a Wolf. Did you see my new mouse? This is my travel mouse. Isn't it awesome? Well, Casanova also stopped by. I had to talk. And my camera went out again. That means it's time to go. So the kickstand, would they attach differently on the January ones? Yes, they will. So I know my camera went out. That's what happened. Like, I really like my camera, but it has overheating problems over a certain period. So this is magnetic. What they're going to do is it sounds like they're going to go with a locking system, an interlocking system. So what that usually means is that it's going to have a little bit of a guide on here that can, and this, they're going to have it be maybe pop out like this still, but it's going to have essentially a divot or like a lip, along with it being, you know, an internal piece to it that then can lock like a key in, or, you know, fit like this, and it locks into place. We've all used, and I'm not great at explaining that type of thing, especially when I'm been working all day. But yeah, it's I think it's going to be a better system, honestly, and I would have preferred it over this anyways. My biggest thing was the magnetic part that I was always iffy about, for various reasons. But yeah, I'm actually excited for the new interlocking system. Yeah, I'm getting so tired. Cool, sir. James, for your giveaway, have your viewers submit photos with their Steam Decks, then make a photo wall at the end of your videos, like how Beyond the Trailer does with movie tickets. Ooh, I like that. I really like that. Yes, I'm glad you're safe too, Cyber. Go to Best Buy online. I bet you they have this on sale still. Like I said, I got it for like pretty cheap, like between 20 and 30. And for what it can do, I really like it. I really like it as a traveling mouse. And because it has Bluetooth and everything. Okay. Before I fall asleep on stream. Oh yeah, well, if we also installed the anti-glare. But then I just smudge it up. Just for you guys. A little bit of love to everyone that probably hates that. Yeah, I'm a killer on screens. I don't ever wash my screens until it really bothers me, because I'm so bad at poking things as a screen. Oh, Amazon refurbished right now. That's pretty good. Okay, we're done. Anything else? We're going to call it. This is going to be too long. I'm going to fall asleep. I'm going to make this more boring. Yeah, just keep an eye out for anything else that I'm doing, I guess, with everything. Let's take this off and blow me up, because my phone is pretty much dead. So yeah, I'm going to be having a lot of cool things coming out soon, so make sure to subscribe to my website. Also go to Discord, because I'll also be announcing those things on Discord, between boot videos, between some easier application. That's why I put a hold on some of my guides, is I want to make some of my guides better and not long-term annoying to have to patch in and out, especially if it's one that wraps Google. I'm going to be making it's honestly not a hard system to make, but I'm going to make a system for you guys to be able to consume YouTube, Spotify, and all those other things in the near future, just in an easy way. So here's to hoping. My time bar was off. I wasn't watching live. I'm commenting on topics that were 30 minutes ago. Cool, sir. Well, welcome to You Just Traveled in the Future. What does it feel like? Cool, sir. Cool, sir's from the past. Welcome him. Okay, so I do wipe the screen down when I do videos typically. You've probably noticed some of my videos is still smudged, but I'm like, I got to clean it off sometimes, or people are going to give me crap for it. But I use my shirt. Especially if I have a screen protector on, I definitely use my shirt. Oh, if I bought the PG Tech dock from AliExpress, I have not. I don't like AliExpress that much, honestly. It takes a really long time to ship, and a lot of stuff I get from there is just kind of annoying. But I'll look into it. I'll add that to my list of things to look into. So, honestly, thanks. Yeah, I'll be doing a lot more, just everything. So, join the Discord and throw into my request feedback and all that. It will get appended to my long list. Like I said, I have like 70 items, but I will, if there's enough people that want it, I will bump it up. So, lots of April Fool's comments, yes. Spaz, I did, okay, I signed up for the wish.com to do like maybe some PC gaming stuff. I might do it for the Steam Deck, see if they have some accessories. I have to figure that out. We're going to have like an easy way to get input. I'm going to be building that into the website so that we can all together build out a list, and so it can be more interactive. I want you guys to have some feedback or, have your voice heard. I don't want to be the only one that's deciding on all this, and I will make a video on it and we'll do all the assembly and all that. I think that'd be really fun with the Wish one. Yeah, I'm a monster when it comes to things like that. I've used screens for my whole life so much to where if it gets dirty enough, I just don't care. I mean, I hit a threshold. Let's be honest. I hit a threshold. Once it starts bothering me enough, then I do care. And I obviously don't want to I don't try to make anything else dirty. It's just like specific things that I just look past. It's like that. Cyber, do not buy any SD cards or hard drives from Wish or Geek or AliExpress. They will have a certain amount of gigabytes and they will only be megabyte scams. Probably, yeah. But I'm also concerned, with those types of things, are they going to damage anything? We should do a kill stick, one of those sticks that you can stick into computers and destroy your computer. See how this deck holds up to that. Wolf still has her microfiber cloth. Okay, cool, guys. I'm going to fall asleep. So, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other videos. Check out all the goodies down below. Go sign up at gamesreveal.com. Go to the Discord and go enjoy things. Let me know in the comments, just anywhere. I'm always looking for feedback. I'm always looking for just anything fun. So, yeah. Let's continue rocking it, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Later. We're going to be installing SteamOS on the INU Air still. Please be patient if anyone's been waiting for that.